What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Just want to say a happy new year and welcome to 2019. So it's a shame I didn't get this last year, but well, I've been given actually by one of my really good friends, Adam. I'll add his details below, but he's given me his, well, now not so new, 2018 Volkswagen Golf R. And this is the Mark 7.5, so they've done a little bit of a facelift since 17. But I'll show you around and let's have a look. So we look from the outside, so I can straight away say that there's really nice black trims all round. If you look down here, like the lower trims underneath the, well, there's actually a black grille, but there's a trim just above it. I zoom in. It's not necessarily a new feature, but I still think it looks really stylish. There's front sensors just across here, and obviously since the Golf generations have grown on, they've started like flaring the headlights, which looks really cool. Body paneling. He's gone for some silver wing mirror covers on the top there. Black trims all along the bottom, which that's probably an option or like a pack you can get, but pretty standard as Golfs go. And if you see, it follows all the way across the back. Quad exhausts they do now, but they carry on that black trim all the way around the back. This one has parking sensors front and back, so you can, I said the front, but if you look, there's the back ones there. Tinted, slightly tinted rear windows. If we take a look inside, I'll show you more. I'm just about to start up the Golf R. Ooh, love the sound of a hot hatch. So here we are, we're in the car, windows down, or I always like to have the authentic noise of a hot hatch. This one here is a 2-litre turbocharged, so it's got 310 horsepower. Just got it in reverse here. It's always very difficult getting the car going once you've never had a manual experience in quite some time. I need to go through the mode settings, as I've just said, to get it back into individual mode, because that just will open up the the valve system. So I was just reading it, I was trying to connect my, oh, they've dropped a toy. Okay, so we are in the hot hatch. Ooh. I haven't been in hot hatch in years, many years. This car actually has massively improved in my eyes. The look of it looks great. The sound of it has got so much better. Bit of a crack and a popple. And I think it's an all-round good looking car, comfortable. It's actually a lot quicker than I imagined it being. This thing's great. Oh, tell you what, I might get this as my next car. This is fantastic. Kick me back in the seat. Jesus. Now on to true facts, figures, etc, etc. Down to business. This car ranges from about 35 to £40,000 here in the UK. Just going around this person, and my eye, it is quite a lot of money to buy this car, but cars in general, everywhere you look at it, any car, they're all going up in value. Not because they're any better necessarily. It's more technology, more people, companies want to make more money, but I think this is actually a really good product. I really like this. As much as I'm not a massive fan, as I used to be, with manual cars. I think hot hatches have to be in manual. Well, most cars, driver's car, this is more of a driver's car, in my opinion. Driving cars have to be in manual. You get full control. Jesus Christ, this thing flies. Whoa. I think I want to hear more of the exhaust, in my opinion. Other people might think, oh, it'd be garish, it's a bit of a boy racer car, but fundamentally it's a Golf. Everything about it, if you were to buy a standard Golf for 25 grand with a few options on that, you're going to have your dials like you've normally got. You've got the center console, which you might have to pay for, but as in the gearbox, the components themselves, they're going to be the same. So you've got like obviously the wing mirror things, wing mirror adjusters. You've got the auto lights. Standard switches are going to be the same, but you're paying for the premium that this is an R line, R model, and you've got more power. You've got a tuned up 2-litre turbo engine. You've got the Alcantara seats, which actually these are really comfortable. I really enjoy these seats. They really do snug you in. They're not too hard to sit in, which I found really nice. It's a great driving position because I feel like I'm sort of with the car. But overall, it still feels like a Golf, but from the outside, the looks are fantastic. They're really angular, and I think even in white, the car with the black trimmings all around it, you can't get much better than that, really. I mean, plus this has got xenon lights. I'll show you a clip of that. When they're on, it just sort of lifts that whole front sort of angular wing. It just adds to the finesse, really. It's got all these blue lights. You probably can just about see it all along here. It's got a blue light just under this metal trim, which adds to the flare as such. But all the other parts you might see in a Golf, you might think, oh, it's not worth it, is it really? But I wouldn't necessarily pay this amount. If I bought it second hand, I think it probably would be worth it, because it's an enjoyable car to drive. You get that noise, you get that pop, you get that bang, and I think it would be good fun. If you're in the city and you don't want to have a boring city ride, you can park this anywhere. It's easily parked, and it's a fun car just to get around town. I mean, you can't really get any more bang for your buck, really, and the performance is almost there. This is probably on par with a Type R Honda, and sort of like the S3, maybe sort of creeping into. Oh, it's not as quick as the RS3, obviously, but it's still up there. It's a fantastic sort of model. I like all the screens. They're very sort of vibrant in here. They're not too OTT, like I think a few of the cars these days, they're becoming into a bit OTT. Plug the windows because we're not really doing too much, not shouting. Oh, it just gives you that rumble. It's fantastic, this car. Brakes are good. The clutch isn't too heavy. I struggled a little bit with the gearbox at the start, actually trying to get it into reverse, because you go forward a little, down and forward, and then you push it up into the left, which I'll show that in a closer angle in a second, because it can confuse you a little bit, because obviously you just think it's down to the left and up. It's a little bit of a trickier maneuver, but I love it. This car's wicked. Ooh. Yes. Okay, let's pull in here and have a chat about the car. There we go, let's pull up. Yes. So this is what I meant by so it starts off there. It's kind of stuck in between gears. You have to push it forward a little bit, then go down and cross and up. That's what I was struggling with earlier, because it sits naturally there. So you push it forward. That's actually not in a gear. So down, cross, up, rather than, so it's up, down, cross, up. It's all really confusing. But overall, as I'm speaking to the camera now, overall, really like this car. It's fantastic. The car sounds good, it drives well, it's comfortable to sit in. Actually, that's one thing I didn't point out. So naturally the car boot is down here, the handle, if it wants to play ball, there we go. So I'm going to leave the car on. As you see, it's ajar. So straight in the centre, just to the right, is the latch. So we've got 2 litre TSI running through. It's pretty hot. Pretty standard stuff in here. Oh, it's been parked under a tree. I'll get rid of that for you, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But yeah, there's the battery. So if you're ever in doubt of needing a jump start, it's a new car, so you won't need that. It's got the R on there, TSI. It's all the running gizmos. You can hear the turbo ticking away, or the engine. Turbo. Hydraulic bar. But it's really annoying me. Oh, I was going to show you, that's what I was going to show you. So put that down. I was going to show you the flare of the lights when they're turned on. How wicked does that look? So if I close that, oh, it's got a light underneath the door wing mirror as well. That's pretty cool. Didn't notice that before. And that's where the indicator light comes on when you're driving. So there we go. So I'll give it a 360. Cool, eh? Yeah, so this car sounds great. So gearbox is easy to handle, really easy. It's smooth, it's gentle, and actually driving like a high performance hatch, you don't have to actually put too much effort into it. But other than that, this car is, I'd say, one of the hot ones to have. I haven't driven the other hot hatches, so, and also I haven't driven this in automatic, so I can't judge, but so far I can tell this in manual is actually a really great car. You've got no worries. I mean, granted, I've only had it in one mode, I've had it in individual, so I'm going to change it up. So I'm going to put this in eco mode. See the difference? Slightly sluggish. Yeah, the notes of the exhaust definitely change. If I, yeah, it's a lot quieter. So I'll change it into normal mode. See the difference. It's definitely different. The characteristics of the car change. I wouldn't say in terms of its drivability, because it drives pretty similar. It's a hot hatch, but the noise is different. The power put down is totally different. Let's put it into race mode, see what that does. Okay. So it's in race mode now. Tone of exhaust. Close. I mean, it's probably pretty close to how it's individually set up. That's how I would have this car set up. So my mate, who's obviously put this individual for everything, that woman's just looked back thinking I'm driving like a hooligan, driving at 20. It obviously gives off in this race mode almost as much valve noise as individual, but probably not fully. Let's see if she looks at this. Nope, she's on the phone, so she's not bothered. Let's try it now back. So there's a similarity there. But if I put it in individual mode, apparently it opens up the valves and very similar to race mode. Pops and bangs. No, that's just a drain cover. Love that turbo sound. That sounds wicked. Absolutely wicked. Speed bump. Oh, bit of slip there. Traction control kicking in. Thank you very much. Other than that, I mean, this car is a hot hatch. It's a great looking car. That's all I can say, really. It's comfortable, it's fast, and you can drive it about where it doesn't really do much of the boy racery things you can drive in eco mode, which some people, that's fantastic. I could drive it in not just eco mode, I could drive it in the race mode if I wish, or individual setup, which is kind of the same thing, but you'd have your own individual settings through this media system. That's a nice touch. Got a little indicator light on the wing mirrors. Would I buy one is the question. Not for the amount of money that they're worth brand new. I'd buy maybe a second-hand one, but will it have been thrashed is another question. And would it go down in value? Most probably, because they make a lot of these Golf Rs. Just a nice car to be in. I've said this about every car I've driven, but most of the cars I've driven are luxurious, high performance, low performance, comfortable, high-spec cars, and that's what it's about. Noise, noise, noise. I might end the video with just noise. See what you guys think. And that is the Golf R. So guys, if you want to give me a thumbs up on this Golf R here, don't forget to subscribe. The subscription is free, so be much appreciated, and give us a comment below, see what you think. Cheers guys, see you later.